you that is specifically directed to the part of you that identifies as a highly sensitive person. And to start, I'm just gently going around your aura and just patting you down. So, if you've just found me and you were led to this healing very much for a reason, I'll start by telling you that how I do my energy healings is as I work through your aura and your energy body, I use my hands, and I also incorporate crystals. But also, because I am intuitive, I will often get on the spot channeled messages that are specific to you, the one who is drawn to this healing, who is led to this healing. So as I go through this today, I'll be giving you some information, whatever I hear, that is something that you need to hear right now. So I'm just kind of warming myself up, but also you, gently introducing myself to your energy as I just sort of fluff out your aura. Oh, especially above your head, I can feel you've got a lot of kind of thick energy up here today. Like maybe you've been holding like a little bit of a cloud, a foggy cloud that might be giving you some kind of angsty, rough and stressful thoughts. So I'm just gonna go through and just gently combing out those as we start this healing. So also, just as we go through, I'm going to be explaining a little bit more about who the highly sensitive people, or HSP, who those people really are. Because you might identify with some traits of a highly sensitive person, or you might identify with all of them, because there are kind of varying degrees of how much you might be experiencing kind of the negative side effects of being a highly sensitive person. And my goal today is to really empower you as a highly sensitive person, because it truly is a superpower. Right now you probably feel like a flame in the wind, that whatever you notice, it's like you become it. But after today, I want you to feel that you have choice in everything that you give your energy to. And just because you notice something, that doesn't mean that you need to engage with it or become it. So, let's start this healing with a little bit of a smoke cleanse, okay? Okay. I love watching fire. I know that some people either love it or hate it, but I'm someone that I find it so oddly relaxing to watch the flame. So I hope that's okay that you're watching it with me. Alright, that's beautiful. Okay, just gently igniting the wood. And I'm just gonna take this around you this part of your shoulder, and then over your head. Oh, it's got a really beautiful smoke today for you. Okay, and then definitely on this side of your body here. And then let's just gently kind of rub it down your body here. And all I need you to do during this part is just gently breathe. In fact, that's all I need you to do throughout this whole healing, is just gently breathe. Now I just want to make sure I get behind you. Yes. Just coming down your back on that side. And then let's come down your back on this side. Okay, great. It looks like our smoke is about out. I already feel so much more grounded with you just from the Palo Santo. So next, I have my handy dandy Selenite wand, and this is such a great staple for any healing, and I use it a lot. And it felt really right for you specifically today to use this one after our smoke cleanse. So is it okay if I work some energy with this around you? Okay, I'm gonna start over your head, just because I can feel that there is so much just kind of murky muddiness that's hanging around your mind right now. And because this healing is specifically to heal the highly sensitive parts of you, what this tells me is that you are taking on a lot of extra stress that you do not need to be doing. It's really common for highly sensitive people to sort of over-function as a result of the feelings they feel inside. You feel really deep feelings, but other people often don't even realize how much you feel. And you really don't want to let people down. You have such an aversion, almost a fear really, of being embarrassed or of not pulling your weight and of hurting other people. So because of that, you put so much just very harsh, self-imposed responsibility and stress on yourself. So just breathe as I take that away from you, okay? Because you're doing it to yourself, understandably. There's nothing in the world that wants you to hold on to these extra things that you're holding on to, especially in terms of how you're making your own value, like what you're making your value mean. You are not evaluating yourself clearly. Because of your strong feelings, you think that there's something wrong with you. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Your strong feelings are signposts. They're guiding you, and they're giving you a lot of information about those around you in particular and situations around you. You are highly intelligent, responsibility for things that are not yours to take responsibility for. Along with overfunctioning, what I hear specifically about you is that you also have a tendency to underfunction. So your overfunctioning is causing you to then go the opposite direction, and you're constantly flipping back and forth between overfunctioning and underfunctioning. And I just call that out as I see it because again, as we call things out, we have the ability to consciously choose whether we want to keep engaging with that kind of energy anymore. I really feel that in your heart and in your throat for some reason, so I'm just really pulling out any energy that's constantly flipping between under-functioning and then over-functioning. How does it feel? Relaxing. It is really relaxing. You deserve to feel really good in your body no matter what kind of stimuli is around you, no matter what other people are doing around you. You deserve to always have autonomy over your own energy, and not only do you deserve that, you have every capability of maintaining that. You can absolutely ground yourself anytime you want and feel what it's like to just become the noticer, noticing other people's emotions and reactions, but also noticing your own, and just lovingly staying neutral, unless you decide that you'd really like to go deeper. You really do have a choice, and once you realize that choice, you won't be as triggered to be so responsible and to go into overfunctioning and then collapse into underfunctioning. Alright, just bringing all this energy down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Great. I want you to really relax. So the next stone that I have for you today, that felt really right for you today, is this piece of Carnelian stone. Now this stone is really great for grounding and releasing heavy emotions, but it's also really great for reminding you of your true power. So I'm just going to start running this kind of along your aura, just running this down and running it down over here, and then really, really focusing on your mind as well. You've already cleared so much from your mind, I can tell. It's beautiful to see those clouds that aren't really you. Just seeing that cloudy energy sort of disappear and seeing your real light emerge behind it. And how big your aura is now up here. You have so much space now to take in your true information, the information that you've been waiting to take in about yourself and about your real truth. That's why we do these energy healings, to clear out old energy, so that the present time, the now energy that you're meant to be receiving right now can come through clearly, and it's not muddied or clouded by anything old or anything that's just not serving you, that is a mistake that you took on, you weren't meant to take on. Highly sensitive people are also commonly referred to as empaths, and I actually do think that there's a subtle difference between a true empath and a highly sensitive person. But as I said, everything is kind of a gray scale, and you might identify with some traits and not others, because you are a very unique and specialized gift to the world right now, and to yourself as well. So that's something to keep in mind. And this healing will always adapt to the energy that you need cleared out. So don't worry about it not being the right, the right exact fit, because it absolutely will adjust to whatever it is that you need and what you're releasing. So just running this down, 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 just clearing everything out, and really inviting your true life force to really be activated by this. You're doing so great. I can feel how deeply you're grounding right now. Yes, you're releasing and really glowing. You're just really glowing. I'm just gonna hold this right over your forehead here, and just really let your sixth chakra really feel the positive effects. And just clear away anything that's ready to be cleared. Great. Awesome. So next, what I'd like to use on you is this piece of pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. And I actually love this pyrite because it's also a really good protection and grounding tool. It just feels so sturdy and solid, and just like the perfect grounding while staying true to yourself kind of energy. So I'm going to be taking this through you now. So all you need to do is just keep relaxing. You don't even need to overanalyze my words. All you need to do is be within yourself. Be in your own experience. And let me take care of you. As a highly sensitive person, you always felt behind. You always felt like everyone else had a manual to life that you just didn't get. Like somehow you needed to always play catch up. And you felt like an alien because you noticed things, you felt things that other people did not always notice. And you were often very much invalidated as a child, even as an adult, because there's so many people around you that just don't understand how deeply you feel and how deeply you perceive things that they just can't perceive. They just don't notice, and they can't notice some people that's okay. They're not broken either. They just have very different gifts than you. And when you stop trying to get everyone's approval, and you just trust that you perceive deeply than a lot of other people, and you don't need them to validate your perceptions, there's so much empowerment that comes with that. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need to catch up with anyone. Really breathe into that. You don't need anyone's approval. There's nothing that you're behind on. There's nothing that you need to catch up on. There's no one out there that can validate you. You are the only one who can validate you, and you have a tremendous power to do so. That's what I mean when I say that you are so powerful. You have this just ability to give yourself everything that you've ever wanted so badly from the people that you're perceiving. You didn't realize that it's you that can give it to yourself all along. And once you really feel empowered within yourself, no matter what is going on in the world around you, that's when you can relax and enjoy your relationships more and not be as affected when other people might be having a different experience than you. So just fluffing this out again as we get into some more intellectual sort of ideas. I don't want you to, again, overanalyze anything. I just want you to let all of this truth and the stuff behind you too, but I just want you to let all of this truth, just trust that it absorbs into you, and you don't need to overthink any of it. Making sure your body is really, really feeling how grounded you are, and really releasing what it needs to release what it's ready to release. Okay, great. Okay. Just gently touching all the little energy atoms around you. All the energy that you're emitting, just gently massaging that energy so it feels how loved and empowered it is, just in its natural state. Not needing to give too much or hide too much, because that's really what the underfunctioning is. It's like hiding energy, and you don't need to do that. You can always relax and take your personal time when you need it, because as a highly sensitive person, you do need a lot of personal reflective time. But it shouldn't be in the form of kind of shameful, repressive hiding. It's an empowered time for you to take This next stone that I felt really called to use with you today is this piece of granite. And it's a great comb, just combing through you. And it's also just so grounding. All of these stones I was drawn to for you seem to have a grounding element. And that seems to say that that's what you need most, is just gently grounding yourself all the time and reminding yourself who you are, that you're a powerful light being, that you have very specific gifts, and that you are very important. Not more or less important than any other human, but I say that you're very important because you often delusionally believe that you are somehow less important or less effective than other people, and you're not. You're very important. You're just as important as all the people that you think are so important. You're just like them, actually. There's no one on this earth that's better than you, or more worthy, or more beautiful than you. It's all just perception. So if you can switch that perception, that high, sensitive perception that you have, to your own goodness, your own light, and what a powerful being you are, and so beautiful in so many ways, you will see some major shifts in how you respond to the stimuli around you. So as I comb through your aura, I'm just getting out any last sort of nuggets of weirdness. Nuggets of weirdness, I like that. Nuggets of weirdness that might be in your space that are telling you that maybe it's too good to be true, that you're powerful and beautiful. But really, it's just crazy when you think about it. How would it be possible that other people are powerful and beautiful and not you? Because we're all just humans. We all stem from the one consciousness. We are all built with such similar parts, and we have unique, significant souls that make us unique. But at the core of us, we're all equally as valuable, equally as worthy. So do not believe the delusions of your ego that want you to feel like it's better to be damaged, or it's better to be less than. Because the ego really likes to live there. I know you'd think, why would the ego want to feel less than? But the ego likes having concrete problems that it thinks that it can solve and work on. So when a problem has been identified, it feels like it has control, and it wants to hold on to that problem. And the idea of that problem not existing, especially when your identity is based on it, the idea of that problem existing is a threat to your ego. So just gently let your ego relax and know that it will be totally healthy and intact even after you let go of the negative self-identified problems. There's nothing wrong with you. Not a single thing. Even the things that you used to feel were weaknesses, they are not. They a superpower that you're not really owning. It's like the superpower starts to own you. And it kind of feels like it's having like an out of control animal in your house. So when you learn these boundaries and this empowerment that you get to choose, you get to choose what you respond to and what you engage your energy with. When you remember that and really practice that, that's when you own the superpower and the superpower doesn't own you. But it takes time and patience, so be very patient with yourself. It just takes practice to build these new empowerment muscles. For some people, they can have a spiritual awakening and it really does happen overnight. But if it doesn't happen overnight for you, I'm always here for you to keep practicing with you as we repattern this energy within you to really understand and feel safe with this new way of understanding your gifts. Let me just wrap this all around you. Yes, just wrapping you up in this beautiful, subtle but grounded energy. Yes. Great. So because we're talking about your highly sensitive nature today, and what a beautiful gift that is, I thought that I would show you this rose that I feel really embodies your highly sensitive nature. It smells so good, and it's such a beautiful, soft rose. So I'm actually going to run the rose itself just through your energy and lightly brush your face with it as well. Just like that. So that you really feel that you are represented in nature. This rose is a mirror to your own energy. You're not a lonely unicorn. There are symbols that represent you everywhere in life. And I'm just going to run this especially through the energy of your 6th and 7th chakra, so that you can really feel the power of this natural symbol. And you can feel its soft petals. And you can smell it too. Yeah. It does smell so good. Alright, I'm just gonna run my own energy through you. Just moving things around. So much of your highly sensitive nature seems to live in your head, I'm noticing. It affects your body. I can feel right here in your heart especially, but a lot of the symptomology of it lives in your head, I'm noticing. So I just really want to focus on this area and really give you some deep love for it. Yes. And then invite that love down your body, down your body. And let's do that again, inviting that love down your whole body, just bringing it all down. Great. I just want to do a little more movement around you. You did so great. That's when your truest gifts and your happiness and your sense of peace and purpose just really naturally shine through, and you don't need to try so hard to be searching for answers. You don't need to be searching for peace and purpose and all that other stuff, because a highly sensitive person often thinks that it's external to them, all the things that they need. That's also just a very human thing, but especially highly sensitive people, they feel like they need something else, something outside of them to kind of help them along and help them cope. Some people can even become very addictive and turn to food, alcohol, sex, anything as an addictive thing. That's very common with highly sensitive people, because they just want to numb, they just want to escape what the overwhelm within them that's built up is, how it's affecting. So I want you to really trust your own body, that you don't need anything else outside of you to make you feel okay. All you need to do is ground and remember your boundaries every time that you notice that you're getting overwhelmed or that you're over-functioning, taking responsibility, worrying about things that you really don't need to worry about. You're doing great. I can just tell you're releasing so much energy. Yeah. Just close your eyes. You don't need to think about anything. You don't need to have any of the answers. All you need to do is be here with me right now and trust your body. Trust everything about you. There's nothing within you that could even hurt you. Even your negative emotions are just sensations when they come up. And they're not coming up because they want to hurt you. You can just relax and let waves crash and just drift off to sea. And remember how powerful you are. What a light you are. How gifted and amazing you are. And how happy you are when you really step into those truths. Because trust me, you have such a capability for contentment and peace and real dignity and health in your relationships. The word dignity came through really strongly for some reason. So step into that, whatever that means for you, stepping into your dignity. That feels very powerful for you today. Just close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Yes. You did so great today. Thank you for trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to be led to me today to give you a healing. I will always be here for you whenever you need healing and reminders of who you really are. I will see you very soon, okay?